Hey, what up? It is your guy, Mark My Words. Coming back to you with another one, bro. Today I want to talk to you about, practicing and getting ready to be in a committed relationship, a marriage, a partnership, before you get there, okay? How important it is for you to practice that skill before you get there, because you do not want to get there and you didn't have the necessary reps for you to stay there. You understand? So we're going to talk about that today. Now, if you like the info, if you like the conversation that we're having today, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, bro. That just lets me know you like the information, you like how it's coming across, and you want me to do more videos like this, all right? Now, if you feel like the information is vital and that it hits you in a certain point by the end of the video, bro, share the episode with somebody. If 2 people watch one video for 15 minutes, they are going to pull different things from it. So that guy that you might send it to, bro, he is going to get something different than you got. And that might spark a conversation between you guys that you can also learn and grow from. All right. And that's what we're here to do. So please share the episode when you have a chance. All right. Now, every man in this room, every dude watching this video, bro, you're going to be in some type of committed relationship at some point in your lives, right? If you haven't been in a few of them, I've been in a few. A lot of dudes I know, we've been in a few. We failed at a lot of things, right? We failed in a lot of these relationships. We probably failed more than we succeed. Let's keep it. You probably failed more than you succeeded, just because, you mess around being 6 serious relationships, man, and you only get married once. Right? You might have been married 2 times, but out of 7 relationships, that means 5 of them, 6 of them failed. You did? So it's tough, and it's never going to be an easy, there's no easy answer to perfect this thing, right? Called being a husband, a partner, whatever. But one thing I notice about myself, bro, and just in talking to men who have gone through this process is we don't practice being in a relationship until we're in the relationship. And a lot of times that's too late. Most of us play sports, bro. We work out. We teach our kids how to do stuff. We always push for them to get reps before they get to the game. We always push for them to get practice doing what they would do in the game before they get to the game. We do that for ourselves. You practice changing a tire, bro, before you're on the side of the road with a flat tire. That ain't the time to try it for the first time. But we don't a lot of times practice what we have to do inside of a committed relationship until we get inside of the committed relationship. So here we are in this solid committed relationship with a great person, and we're messing up and we're making errors, and most of it is just because we didn't have enough practice. So I'm just going to talk about a couple things we should be practicing before we get into these situations. Now, a lot of us did not practice monogamy until we got into a committed relationship. We did not practice monogamy. So what that means is, brother, that means that you're just dating, spending time, sharing energy, having sex with one person. And for a lot of us, if you gifted aesthetically, you know what I'm saying? You got a little body on you, you got a couple dollars, a couple resources and all of that, you don't have to be monogamous while you're dating because you got options. A lot of us got options, bro. And the downside of having a bunch of options is when you have to make a choice and just have one, you're not used to operating like that. You're used to when you call somebody, you text somebody, yo, what up? And they don't text back quick enough, you on to the next. You know what I mean? Somebody stands you up on a date, you on to the next. Yeah. Sometimes you might have a day date with somebody that end at 4 and then you got something lined up at 7. You hear me? But when you get into this committed relationship, that's not how it goes. If she don't want to hang out, you ain't got nobody else to hang out with. If she make you mad and you'll get in an argument, you don't have anybody else's house to go over to, right? If she doesn't have time or energy for you that day, you don't get to go and access someone else's time and energy. So a lot of times we fail because we continue to operate the same way we were when we were dating. So we keep little scragglers on. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, they just my friends and all of that. They just, I'm just cool with a couple little ladies at work. But that ends up causing problems. So what we have to do is we have to practice the act of monogamy if that's what we are looking to be involved with at the end of the road. Bro, you got to practice being in a relationship. And that just means every once in a while, bro, you got to just date one lady. You got to just be having sex with one lady. Huh? You got to just be phone moaning and Netflix and chilling with one lady. And that's not saying you got to go through your whole 20s doing that, but after a while, bro, you got to have some reps at being monogamous, bro. Because you've been dating since you was 16. You 26 years old, that's 10 years. If none of that time you've been monogamous, brother, how do you feel that it's going to work when you finally decide to do that? I got news for you. It's not going to work. It's not. So you got to get reps at being monogamous, bro. Again, if that's what you choose, and even let's be clear, even if you aspire to be in a polyamorous situation where you got 2 or 3 committed partners, bro, you still have to practice being committed to these people. You understand? So when you meet new people, because that's gonna happen, you got to tell them, oh, I'm in some situation. I can't. You know what I mean? Another thing. We got to practice being honest, bro. We got to practice being honest. And listen, let me tell you something. I know a lot of yous, and I was one of yous, that love to tell people what they want to hear in dating. So we dating somebody, oh, you be dating other people? Oh yeah, I got a couple friends and all that. Yeah, you know what I mean? It ain't about nothing though. You know how we do. We dumb it down, we play it down. Because that's normally what that person wants to hear. They want to hear that we don't have too much going on, right? So we telling 4 or 5 ladies the same thing. Okay, cool, nobody's getting hurt. But at the same time, you're not being all the way honest. You're not telling this woman that, oh yeah, I got 3 other people that I have sex with sometimes. I got 4 other women that stay the night in my crib. I kind of rotate them. They, they come through. One come Tuesday, the other one come Wednesday. I get a break Thursday, another one come. You know what I mean? So because we're dishonest about who we're laying with and playing with, again, once we get into these committed relationships, and again, that even if you got 2 or 3 of them, bro, that means now it's very tough for you to keep it real. See, we design our DNA, bro. We design how we operate. So if every time you leave your house, you hop everywhere you go like a bunny rabbit, like you jump everywhere you go, you're not going to walk really well when somebody says you have to walk and not hop. You understand? We design our DNA, bro. Now, some of it we get from our parents, but the rest of it is what we do, our habits. And, bro, I'm trying to tell you, if all you do is tell people what they want to hear and you don't tell the truth, then when you get in this committed relationship, bro, that's what you're going to be predisposed to do. You're just going to automatically want to tell them what they want to hear and not be all the way truthful. You understand? And bro, if you can't be truthful and honest inside of a committed relationship, bro, you're going to have problems. I don't care who the woman is. I don't care what culture she comes from. If you cannot be honest with your partner, bro, you are eventually going to have issues. You understand? So again, as hard as it may seem, or as unnecessary as it may seem, you got to tell the truth. Somebody asks you how many people you having sex with, bro, you got to tell the truth. It is what it is. It's not going to change because you told them the truth. I'll tell you that. See, we have fear of losing out. You know what I mean? People call it FOMO, fear of missing out. But we have fear of losing out on certain people because we're honest. But again, you 25, a lot of y'all I'm talking to, you in your 20s, bro. You might early 30s. At some point, you're going to get in this relationship and you want to be really good at it. You want to be good at it, man. And you can't be good at it if you don't practice. Okay? If you don't practice. Now, thirdly, and I don't want to say last because it's not last, but possibly thirdly. Last but not least, right? You want to practice being trustworthy. Being trustworthy, fam. You got to practice being trustworthy. And what does that mean while you're dating? Trustworthy. If you say you coming somewhere at a certain time you got to go to that place at a certain time. If you say you're going to be somewhere before the show start, be there before the show start. If you say, hey, listen, I'm just having sex with you, then just have sex with her. If you say, oh, I get my kids every week for the week, but you only get them for 4 days, then you have to tell them the truth about how much you get your kids. Because being a trustworthy person, bro, goes along with the honesty, of course. But being trustworthy has a lot to do with showing up for people when you told them you was going to show up. It has a lot to do with doing what you say you was going to do. And when you are trustworthy and when people can depend on you to show up when you said you was going to show up, to do what you said you were going to do, that brings on a different type of strength in your connection, okay? Because they can trust everything that you say. Oh, he's going to be here when he says he's going to be here. He's going to do this because he said he was going to do this. He's not going to do this because he said he's not going to do this. Being trustworthy is huge. But bro, again, it's a skill. It's something you develop. It becomes part of your DNA. If you don't develop it, you will find yourself trying to develop it. You will find yourself failing inside of the relationship. So you want to make your failures while you're dating. So when something goes wrong, the worst thing that can happen is you fall out with somebody you dating. All right, cool, whatever. You don't want to keep falling out with the person that you're in love with or in a committed relationship with, or maybe have kids to, and now you're looking at a broken marriage perhaps. Because a lot of guys tried to get their life together inside of the marriage and found themselves divorced. So then they have this super successful second marriage. Whereas they realize, oh, if I just would have changed some of the things I did, I'd have been successful in my first marriage. You understand? So we got to become trustworthy while we're dating, bro. Don't wait till we get in our relationships. People need to be able to depend on your word. You also need to become an honest person. That means just telling people the truth of what's going on and let them decide whether or not they want to deal with it or not, right? You don't want to wait until you're inside that relationship. And also, bro, you want to practice dating monogamously. Most of y'all are going to get into a monogamous relationship at some point. If you have no practice if you've been dating multiple women, bro, that means you're practicing polyamory. And that's cool if that's what you finna be in for the rest of your life. But if that's not what you're gonna be in, you gotta get some practice at the other. You understand? But I promise you, if you practice those 3 things before you get inside of a committed relationship, you'll probably find success. All right? Now, you might be that guy that is struggling in this area of dating, and you're realizing that you're not doing very well practicing getting into these relationships, and that's why your relationships keep failing. You might need some one-on-one attention, and if that is the case, bro, go down in the description, book a call with me. We'll get on a one-on-one. We'll figure out if we need to establish a relationship to help you put a plan together for you to get better at this so that you can get into a great relationship. You might need somebody different, a family counselor. You might need a therapist. You might need a sex therapist, right? If that is the case, I can hook you up with those resources, whether that be online or somebody in your area that can help you with these situations. Also, I urge you, I have different Q&A videos that I do from time to time. If you have a situation, if you have a topic, if you have something that you want discussed in the Q&A video, please email me at coachmark22@gmail.com. That is coachmark with a C, 22@gmail.com. I will get to your topic. I'll keep you anonymous, of course, and I'll put you on a Q&A video, bro. We have these discussions so that we can get viewpoints from all types of different people from different walks of life, and that we can become better as men, all right? Because we want to elevate. We do not want to keep going backwards. And when we're not in great relationships, bro, we are going backwards. That is it, all right? So your time is very valuable, homie. So is mine. So I appreciate you spending that time with me, even if it was 12 to 15 minutes, all right? I really do appreciate it. There is no me without you. So please come back. Join me for another video. We're going to keep learning. We're going to keep getting better as a unit. That's what we're here to do. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in with your boy today. It is your boy, Mark My Words.